Alira is a thief desperately trying to survive in the slums of Lower Criston. Every day is a constant struggle for survival, but no one will trust her because of her thief mark. After she ends up in prison, Alira meets a mysterious stranger who soon changes her life. Makai protects her, and together they pull off a few scams that earn them a bit of money. Yet it's still not enough. Together, Alira and Makai gather a ragtag team of thieves to pull off the greatest heist Criston has ever seen. If they pull it off and steal the sky orb, the social classes will be destroyed, and Criston will be forever changed. But several members of their team have their own ideas what to do with the sky orb. Can they pull off the crystal heist to change Criston forever, or will their team's selfish goals stand in their way? The Crystal Heist is a character-driven fantasy adventure with characters that will stay with you long after the story is over. Alright, so the Crystal Heist is a fantasy adventure in the sort of, I want to say middle grade style, but the characters are definitely not middle grade and some of the themes are a bit dark. So sort of middle grade young adults, that dividing line between the two, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so it follows Alira as she tries to basically figure out how to live on the streets. She was an orphan. A lot of her past and her personality comes from the fact that she was brought up in an orphanage. Terrible situation. I mean, my goodness. And so she's trying to survive on the streets, but she was caught as she was stealing some food and branded with a thief mark, which means that no one will hire her, no one will associate with her, so she's not having a great time. She gets caught again and is thrown in prison, where she meets a fellow criminal, I guess. He's in for a different crime altogether. His name is Makai, and the two of them sort of develop a bond and go out and try to survive in the world and figure out how to live, and not only how to live, but how to make a good life and how to live well. And it's kind of tough. They have various adventures in their time, they meet other people, and they come to terms with the past and with the future and come up with this plan to basically try and fix everything. Yeah, okay, I can't give you any more because, you know, spoilers are a thing. And yeah, as far as the plot goes, I think it was very interesting. I think following the characters was really, it was kind of nice to be able to follow them as they try to figure out, okay, how to live, why they're doing what they're doing, what they believe, etc. And I feel like it doesn't follow the plot that you would expect until probably about 3/4 of the way in, and even then it's different than what you expect. So yeah, it's not typical at all. I like it. I think it's very interesting. I like the characters. I think that's probably the biggest draw for this book, is the characters. They really make you feel something. They're just, you might not be able to relate to every aspect of their lives because honestly some of these things are really awful and I'm so sorry for them, but I really feel that I can relate to these characters, at least in some measure, because they feel very real, if that makes sense. It made sense in my head. Anyways, I like the characters. I think the plot is very interesting. It's kind of unique. It goes through... A lot of it is leading up to the decision to sort of figure out how to fix everything, and I think that is probably significant because they don't start out with this lofty goal. It's more just how to survive in a terrible situation, sort of a thing. And the fact that it shifts is very interesting, and it's kind of the character's journey that you have to go through and see, and I think that's very fun. My main critique is probably that the situation that this whole thing is leading up to doesn't happen until really the last quarter of the book. Everything feels like it's moving at a normal pace up until that point, and then it moves almost too fast. But I mean, it doesn't. Once you get to that point and you get into that whole situation, then it moves fairly as you would expect, I guess. So it's just the transition between the two parts of the book seems to move a little unusually. That's pretty much my only critique for this book. I think it's fun. I like the characters. I like the plot. Yeah, I think it works very well for its genre, and it's a good book. It's a quick read. You know, it's not going to take you forever to get through, and if you're looking for something super intricate and complex and whatnot, then this is not the book for you, but you also have to take into account that it is, you know, on the edge of middle grade and YA fantasy, so be aware. But I like it, and I think the ending was it was kind of adorable, in a good way. It really fit with the story quite wonderfully, even though it was on the darker side of things, and the ending was sort of like way on the lighter side of things. I think it fit really well. I liked the ending a lot. I can't actually tell you anything because spoilers. Yeah. Well, anyways, that's all I've got for you today. If you are interested in the Crystal Heist, I shall leave the link in the description box below, as well as the interview I did with the author there. You can also find my links on the Facebooks and the Twitters and the Instagrams and all of the social media stuff. They're all in the link tree down below. I feel like there's something else, but I don't remember what it is. So I shall just say I liked the book. It was fun, and that's all I've got. Yeah. Anyways, have a great day, and I shall see you next time. Bye.